Okay, I'd just like to start with an overview of the Delphi Diagnostics product. You'll see in the center here the Delphi VCI. So the vehicle communication interface connects to the vehicle, and then we use Bluetooth to communicate to either a DS150 that we call, and that would be using the customer's own laptop, or we have a DS350 solution with a netbook PC, and also a solution using a larger tablet PC for the larger screen size and higher processing power. You'll see from the top here that the Delphi software operates on passenger cars, light commercial, and also heavy trucks. Delphi have a long history in heavy truck in terms of supplying at OE level to Renault, to Volvo, to DAF. We would be OE on the fuel injection equipment, and we use that expertise to pull through the knowledge from the diagnostic side. You'll see that also system coverage in terms of going from service like reset right through to immobilizers, multifunction. For example, that would be looking at entertainment systems and various interior systems on the vehicle. And really what we find is that the easy use of the Delphi software is something that our customers really appreciate. The fact that you can use the same hardware for both passenger cars and truck across all systems is also a very flexible solution. In terms of how we've been working with Renz and the team at Tamot to link the software, it's really very simple, as you will have seen on some of the demonstrations. Once the vehicle is selected, the Delphi software will export the make, model, year, the tech.k-type number and VIN, and also fault code and fault code description to the DOSI platform to enable that to then be used further in the system. I will go through a live demonstration, just have a look at some quick screenshots at the moment. So we'll go a little bit further into the software when I do a live demonstration. But clearly, once the vehicle is selected and the DOSI button is clicked in the top corner, you will see the software screen of DOSI in the web browser. And then you will see the history of the vehicles that have been selected, and the send button here enables the information that has been transferred from the Delphi Diagnostics software to the technical data solution of the member or the member catalog. You see just here the screen where you have the full code information, and again we'll go through this live so you can see this working. I just transferred to the Delphi Diagnostics software, so you should see the front face of the software on the screen now. Very easy to navigate. The vehicle selection screen is as you see here, but we also have the ability to look at the functionality of the software even without the vehicle connected. At the moment I'm in demo mode, so no vehicle connected, but I can still see the full functionality of what the software can offer me. So in this instance I'm in Audi A3. If I go across to this tab here, I can see all of the OBD functions that we have related to that vehicle. When I say OBD functions, I mean these are the programming and adaptation functions, so not just your read, erase, fault codes and looking at live data. So clearly, even without the vehicle in the workshop, a technician can go into the software, take a look at what functionality is in the software, and that gives him confidence that if a vehicle does come in, or when the vehicle comes in, he can be prepared in terms of what he needs to prepare. There are prerequisites sometimes on coding and adaptation functionality, and he can prepare anything that he needs on that case. So in this case, I'll just go into an example of some of the help files that are in there. So we've gone into battery matching. I can just right click and click help, and that will bring up the technical information or instructions in terms of going through that programming function. So you'll be aware that newer vehicles with the high specification batteries need to be recoded if the battery goes flat and a battery needs to be reinstalled. There's a coding functionality that's required, and you have to go through the calibration of that. What the Delphi software will do will take you through step by step and the procedures that need to be adhered to, and there'll be images if necessary, and test conditions and any prerequisites that are required. That can be printed out or saved, so that could be printed out by the service receptionist or by somebody in advance so that they can see how that operates. We can move down. You can see the number of programming functions just on this vehicle. So again, we're across all systems, and we are looking at all vehicles, all systems. So just close this. For example, on something like the EGR valve, again, very simple. Just click in here, right-click, help, and it will give you a description of the procedure to be able to do the settings on the EGR valve. Now, from here I can easily go into the diagnostics itself. So if I wanted to now connect to the vehicle, it's telling me that I'm in demonstration mode. Click OK. I can then go in, look at fault information here, so reading faults. So this will be the fault information that will be passed to the DOSI platform, the description and also the code, and single click to erase, very simple procedure. Live data, customizable live data in terms of looking at exactly what you want to look at related to the fault. So just look at the complete list of live data that's been streamed out of the vehicle, and then it's just a double click to take a look at those specific parameters that you're interested in. Not a good example by me there, but you can see that you can only look at the parameters that are interested. If that one's not of interest to you, you just take those away. And then you can look at that in graphical format or list format, so very flexible. Next button down is adjustment. So as I touched on, many operations on vehicles now, if something is, if there is, sorry, just putting the power in. So if there's a component that needs to be replaced, then very often you need to configure that system to tell it that something has been replaced. So in this instance, it's tyre size reprogramming. Clearly, if the wheels and tyre sizes have changed, then there will be a calibration required due to the fact that that will be linked to the TPMS or to the ABS system. And then there's your activation side of the software. Clearly, a number of activations can be made to test the continuity of the electrical systems. So in terms of passing that information over to the DOSI platform, then it's a single click here and select UK power packs and European sockets. Okay, so we're back. So in terms of passing that information across, let me just come out now. Okay, so it's just catching up. Okay. Okay, let me just move this out of the way. So in terms of sending that information across to DOSI, it's the single click here. I'll just go back and select a different vehicle so you can show that it's live. Say a Ford Focus, for example, 2012. select the vehicle, and it's just asking what type it is there. And we go across to see the history request here, and just refresh here. We can see that the information is passed live across to the DOSI platform. Now here is this is the extent of the Delphi information that is sent. So we do not select the part information coming out of the system. That is something that we would need the technical data solution of the partner to select. So we have the capability of sending the full code information, the full code description, and then passing that into the technical data information. We can see the fault information here. Yeah, I think it maybe not. Yeah, not to my internet connection out. So, yeah, as I mentioned, this is the extent of where we would pass the information. So, Delphi would pass the make, model, tech.doc ID, VIN number, fault code, and fault description, and that can be received by technical data such as Autodata or as Haynes or whichever solution the partner is working with. Anything else you'd like me to show there, Rens? In terms of
you have those live now? Is it working?
Let me check that the. Yeah. I'll launch the browser again.
Just to make sure everybody will see also really the live sending of the data.
And of course, once again, I've already seen if you catalog the link to the Delphi software, you won't see DOSI appear at all. It will just go directly from the Delphi system into the catalog, just for viewing purposes and to really show you that the gateway is functioning in between. We will give you the information in DOSI now.
Okay, let me just restart. Yeah, no, it should be connected now. So I've just reselected with the Alfa Romeo. If we go back in here, obviously there was Audi there previously. If we just refresh that data, then the Alfa Romeo information has been passed through. So yeah, apologies for the delay there, but as Ren's mentioned, once we have the configuration to be able to pass directly to the partner's catalogue, then there'll be no need for that manual send to be there, and it will pass it straight through. So the information there, we can go in, there'll be full code information in there. If I just go back in here and read the full code information in demo mode even, we can show that the full code information is stored. So see there, just resend the information. We should see full code information there. Okay. So yeah, in terms of flexibility of passing information, we can share that information with whichever technical data partner is needed to be able to have a more streamlined solution in terms of passing that fault information. In terms of just moving on from there, I'd like to just show you some of the future things that we're looking on. If there's any questions on the full passing REMs, if there's anything you'd like to look at.
I would say.
Gareth, that was a lot of information. Could you just, for the whole sake of things, in the software, just go back from the beginning and just do step by step the process again of getting to the actual fault code and then sending it into DOSI?
Yeah, let me just scroll back. Yeah, select the make model in year, and then I will go in again in demonstration mode, just telling it to connect in. Go in and read fault codes in the top left hand corner. And pull those fault codes through. And then if I was to pass to DOSI single click here, and the information on the AOD should be passed through here. Okay, so now the AOD has appeared at the top here, and if I go in and look at the fault code information, we can see at the bottom here that those demo fault codes have been passed through. So that would be the procedure that you would follow in terms of connecting to the vehicle, selecting the correct vehicle, going in, read the fault codes, a single click here, and it's passed that information across to the DOSI platform, and you can see the make, model year, TechDoc ID, and also the fault information that's been passed. So this would be the entry, if you like, to the technical data solution.
Great, great. Actually, just a few minor steps to send the information directly into.
Yeah, and that's something that we can work on in in the coming weeks.
Correct.
Can you just check that people can hear okay? Because I just had a message pop up, there was no sound.
So everybody, we are seeing some messages. Anyway, in France, I see that you had problems hearing Gareth Evans. It seems to be an issue on your side, guys, because I'm now talking to Floro, so Stefan, David. It seems to be an issue on your side, because I called him by telephone and I can hear Gareth clearly. France, okay, seems to be okay. Floro, check your connection. Check your connection in this case.
I can obviously share that information with any guys that have missed that on the phone. I can always catch up with them and go through any questions with them, no problem.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
And once again, also this session is being recorded, so everything that Gareth did and told will be made available in a video file for you also at a later stage.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I'd just like to move on to a couple of slides in terms of how Delphi see the future progressing in terms of diagnostics and what we're working on at the moment. We're actually in discussion with RENS and the TAMUT team on the subject of Delphi telematics also. And what we are working on is a device. We have a telematics device which plugs permanently onto the vehicle via the OBD socket. And it will then send OBD information via mobile phone network using the onboard SIM card on the device and send that to Delphi servers, and then from there we will send that information either directly to a car driver via their smartphone, or at the same time that can be sent to a garage or to a parts distributor. So you can imagine the scenario of a vehicle driving down the road and the check engine light comes on. The car driver may not know if that's an important issue, whether that's something that they should stop driving the car, or whether that is just maybe an emissions-related fault that can be addressed the next time that they go into their garage. Now, the garage would have notification when that light comes on the vehicle in real time, and they could contact the car driver to say, Mr. Car Driver, that's you know, the fault has come on. I've noticed that on your vehicle, but that's something that we can address next time you come in for service. So it's peace of mind really in terms of that relationship with the car driver. Also, it can be used for service information. Clearly, the device can look at the odometer reading. We have links to the technical data, service information of the vehicle, so we can check directly if vehicles are over service, if there's fault code information in the system that needs addressing. The car driver knows about it, and also the garage knows about it, and they can make arrangements to have that fault addressed before, and they have notification before it even comes into the workshop. Just in terms of who else uses telematics, now clearly roadside companies such as the AA in the UK, ANVB in Holland, ADAC, people like this would be very interested in this. ANVB and AA are already trialling the Delphi product. We'll have 600 devices in the UK and also in Holland. Clearly they want to know where the vehicle is, if there's any faults occurred. They want to know before they get to the vehicle what faults have occurred, and the telematics device gives them the possibility to do that. Fleet information, fleet owners want to know where their fleet is, what the condition of the fleet is, where the vehicles are, how the vehicles are being driven. We have the possibility to look at aggressive driving, so we can detect hard braking and hard acceleration. We can detect idle conditions, so if delivery people are keeping the van idling at delivery, that can be detected and translated into fuel saving. Insurance, pay-as-you-drive insurance is something that is very popular in North America. So premiums for vehicle insurance are based on how and when and who drives the vehicle. The telematics device can provide that raw data to actuaries, who can then assess the premium that is provided to the car driver. And team monitoring, something more specific maybe to the US, but with the fact that they can drive much younger in the US, then this has the capability of having curfews to be set and times, and alerts can be sent if a teen or somebody else goes out of those boundaries. We have a mobile app, so this is actually a screenshot from the Internet Explorer interface, but we also have that app available on iPhone and also on Microsoft and Android platforms. So you can download an app effectively and find the location of a vehicle. You can monitor live the battery voltage, any alerts that you would have set in terms of speed, location of the device, and again, this is something that we're keen to talk to customers about now. I won't take too much more time, but you can imagine that information that we can collect in the same way that the diagnostic tool can send it to the DOSI platform, then the telematics device would have that functionality as well. The difference being here that the vehicle does not have to be in the workshop with the diagnostic tool connected. It can be live and driving on the road, and information can be sent to the DOSI platform and then sent to a shareholder to give them prior information of any fault on the vehicle, even before it comes into a workshop. Okay.